Hey everyone, welcome back to Nicole's Diary. So, as we step into 2024, this is the perfect time to reflect on some of the habits that may be holding us back because we all do have, different habits that have been holding us back and have been affecting us from creating that positive change that we want to have in our lives, right? So I'll be sharing with you guys some insights on how to make 2024 your best year by leaving some old habits behind. But before we dive in, I'll definitely encourage you to please be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you won't have to miss any of my coming videos. Okay, so let's take some time to reflect on how 2023 was even before we proceed to 2024. So I think in my own perspective and in my own opinion, some of the things that worked out for me in 2023 was, to me personally, it was an action year. Why do I call it that way? Because it was a year for me to do some of the things that I wanted to do for a long time, but then I kept procrastinating, in so many areas of my life, which I'll be breaking down for you guys as we proceed with this video. So first, before we proceed to talking about, some of the positive habits that you can incorporate for the new year, let's first focus on some negative ones, which are really common. And I know you guys have heard about these, so many times. It's not the first time that you'll be hearing them being spoken about. So one of the common habits are things like procrastination, negative self-talk, unhealthy routines. Definitely all these different aspects of habits have been one of the ways that has been preventing us from being able to achieve some of the things that we want to achieve. For example, I'll start with one of the most commonest one, which is procrastination. Now, personally, this has been something that has, I don't know if it has been like a disease or something, but it has been affecting me for the longest, especially when I even talk about, for example, being here on YouTube. I've been one person who has always loved YouTube, and my channel has actually existed, I think now like for 4 years or something. But guess what? It has never reached monetization. You know why? Because of procrastination. Like, I've been procrastinating so much. I've been giving a lot of excuses and telling myself, okay, you know what? I'll probably post tomorrow, or I'll probably upload it next week. Let me first do this. Let me first have this in order. Let me first get a camera. Let me have the best equipment, and things of that sort. And honestly, guys, I'm telling you, it hasn't taken me anywhere. Like right now, when I sit down and I reflect, all this procrastination has not taken me anywhere because I'm still at the same place where I used to be. And this is a cycle that, I want to break this year in 2024 by choosing to do things differently. Because even, to be honest, I had abandoned this channel like 2 years ago. I had not posted any content at all on this channel. I'm just trying to get back and trying to revive it so that, this time round I can be able to just do things differently. So that's one of the habits that I can say, if you're also personally facing it, it may not be even in terms of just starting a YouTube channel, whatever it is that you've wanted to do, this is the time and this is the year for you to stop all that procrastination and just get it going, get it moving. Because at the end of the day, there's never ever going to be that perfect moment for you to have everything figured out in order for you to begin. Like, you're never going to have all the answers right there in front of you, all the map, all the road guides and all of those things. And even if you do have them, as long as you haven't taken that first initial step to start and do what you have to do, then trust you me, you're never ever going to be able to do that thing. So please, guys, let's do better this year and just stop with the whole procrastination thing. Okay, number 2, the other negative habit is negative self-talk. Now, we all know negative self-talk, even from the way or the word is, it's a huge hindrance to growth. Whether it's personal, whether it's professional, it's a huge hindrance to growth. Why? Because, many at times, and it goes hand in hand with procrastination, many at times, even before we do something, everything starts from here, the mindset. The moment you begin to project negative thoughts, negative words, even before it has actually happened, that's it. Like, you're not going to be productive, and that is going to kill your professional growth or your personal growth. Personally, I was one person, and I've always been this one person who has been so afraid to show up, because I would always tell myself, okay, how exactly are people going to perceive me? What are they going to think about me? This and that and that and the other. Like last year I had my first speaking engagement here in the UK. And honestly, guys, I was so scared, like super scared, to go to the stage and actually speak and present, because in my head, I kept telling myself, okay, but are people going to like my presentation? What are they going to think about me? What if they don't like it? And all of that crap, like mindset. And to be honest, I'm telling you, none of the things that I was projecting, none of the negative self-talk that I was already projecting was what happened. Why? Because people actually liked my presentation, and they even came approaching me after the presentation was done. They kept asking me so many questions about my business, what I do, and things of that sort, how they can, schedule a call with me later on to discuss more. Like, it started opening some opportunities for myself. You understand? So sometimes some of these fears are just within ourselves, but then if we let them like really take control, then that is going to affect our growth. So this year, guys, we need to learn to do better and just get rid of all this negative energy and self-talk. And then number 3 is unhealthy routines. Now, this can be, contributed towards, poor eating habits, your lifestyle in general, lack of sleep, you sleep late. And one of the unhealthy habits that I'm trying to break off from this year is spending a lot of time on my phone before I sleep. Like, I'm one person, I don't know, I'm just so glued to my phone, in that before I sleep, I'll first go, I scroll, I go to Instagram, I'll go to Facebook, I'll go to this app, the other app, this, and I spend hours. And then by the time I'm sleeping, it's like already maybe 3 a.m., and then my time is cut short, because the following day I have to wake up very early in the morning, and I feel like I still want to sleep. I feel like my sleep was robbed, but it's because I've been indulging in this unhealthy habit. Why? All that time that I've been wasting on the phone could have been a time that I would have utilized to sleep, so that at least that way I get enough sleep, and in the morning wouldn't have to be such of a big hiccup for me, So that is one of the habits that I'm trying to break off from this year. I'm trying to limit my time on the phone. Like, all that time that I'm trying to spend on my phone, I need to cut it off. If I'm not doing anything productive beyond the time frame that I'm supposed to do it, then if it's time for me to rest or do some other things, that is what I should be focusing on. Okay, and then number 4 is the fear of change. Guys, this, honestly, I cannot emphasize how much this has led or deterred my personal growth. We are so comfortable in being in our comfort zone, our comfort space. Like, trust you me, even me right now recording this video for you guys is totally out of my comfort zone, because I could have been in my bed right now. I could have been probably doing something else. And right now it's super cold out here. But I'm here recording this video for you guys. Why? Because I am trying to break away from the old habits that have been holding me for the longest. So fear of change, is something that is inevitable in every aspect of our lives. For example, as I shared a personal video in my other channel called Kazini Talks. I'll leave the link down here below. On there, I shared my journey in terms of quitting my 9-to-5 job without a backup plan. Like, guys, you should watch that video, because I don't want to talk about it here, otherwise I'll just be repeating myself, but you can watch it. I'll leave the link in the description box so that you can get it. And that was one of the things that I was so scared of doing. Like, I wanted to do it for the longest, but just getting the guts, getting the balls to do it, because number one, you're also scared of, okay, what's your life going to turn out like without having to receive that constant paycheck that you used to, fear of the unknown, all these things were running through my mind. And then again, also relocating to this country, coming here to the UK, like, I was super nervous because I didn't know how this place was going to treat me. I didn't know what to expect, how life was going to be. Oh my God. And I've also shared, I created a video as well about my 1 month review of life here in the UK. I'll leave it up here so that you guys can also check that video out. So these have been like drastic changes that happened in my life last year, almost concurrently, almost at the same time, and they have really pushed me out of my comfort zone, because trust you me, it's not easy for you to quit your job and move to another foreign land without even a job, without any backup plan. Like, that really takes a lot of balls, a lot of guts, but at the end of the day, you see, when you want something, success is not always going to come with a familiar route, right? It comes with the unfamiliar route, and it only comes by you taking the initiative to come out of your comfort zone and choosing to do things differently. Stop expecting to get the same results if you're always going to keep doing things the same way, year in, year out. So let this year be a year for us to transform, for us to do things differently, if we want to see that change. Okay, so now that we've identified some of the negative changes or habits, that have been holding us back in the year 2023, or in general, not even only in 2023, but in general, habits that have been holding us back, let's try to reflect and focus a little bit on some of the positive habits that we intend to reflect on in order to help us define our actionable steps for this year 2024. Okay, so the first one that I'll share is replacing old habits with new habits. So this is definitely going to need you to replace the old habits with the new habits of starting to do some of the things that you were not doing before. For example, if it's taking maybe more frequent walks, having an exercise, living a healthy lifestyle, my morning routines, building your mindfulness, and just doing things in a different way, showing up consistently, whether it is in your work or in your business, your studies, whatever it is, whatever aspect of your life it is, try to replace that with actually showing up. And showing up does not mean that, oh, okay, you just show up today and you stop and that's it. No, showing up is going to go a long way with being consistent, because the more you keep doing something, eventually it becomes a routine and you get better at it. And at the end of the day, that's what is going to lead to growth. For example, one of the habits that I'm trying to improve on this year is to be more consistent on YouTube. If you've noticed, my views may not be that much yet, but I'm not even focusing on the views right now. I'm just focusing on putting as much content out there for you guys. I'm trying to revive my channels, so that is one habit that I want to embark on this year, is to be consistent in my YouTube uploads, my social media game, and generally any other area of my life. So you need to learn to replace those old habits with the new ones by being consistent. And then finally, I'll share with you guys the last tip, which is create accountability. Now, sometimes even when we are going through this journey of trying to transition from the negative to the positive, you're definitely going to need support, because sometimes it's hard to navigate some of these things on your own, especially when you're trying to do things differently and become a much better version of yourself. And one of the things that I've decided to do differently this year is to get myself a mentor, guys. Yes, I have a mentor, and So far we've had 2 sessions. I think we'll have the third session next week, and honestly it has been so amazing because as much as, yes, we have family and friends who are always there to support us, have our backs, and all of those things, but sometimes I also feel like, personally, I'm in this space where I feel I need a stranger, and this is a person that I've never known before. I've not met her, you know, anywhere in life before. So like we are total, complete, opposite strangers. So just being able to have, or to be in that space of having somebody that does know you, support you, hold your hand, give you guidance, a space where you're able to feel free to talk about anything that you're going through, and kind of build on new strategies, new action plans, new roadmaps, to help you tackle those actionable steps. Guys, it has been so fulfilling. Like, I've had 2 sessions, but trust you me, it has really been so fulfilling, so refreshing, and it's something that I'm trying to continue with for the long haul. So I've signed up with her, and I'm going to be with her for a couple of months. So it's definitely going to give me the chance to also review how my progress has been. But trust you me, it's really, really pushing me out of my comfort zone, because just having that accountability behind you. Every time we meet up, she asks me, okay, so have you done this? Did you do this? How far with this? How far with that? Like, it's so amazing, because sometimes it really gets lonely out here on these streets, guys. And that is one of the things that can really lead to burnout and overwhelmness at the end of the day. So please do get yourself a support system, whether it's family, friends, or even a mentor. Just get yourself a support system. So even as we embrace this new year, please remember that it's not too late to make new changes in your life. It's not too late to replace some of your old habits with new habits that no longer serve you, in order to help you make 2024 the best year of your life. So yes, that was it for the video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. I hope that I was able to share with you some thoughts that helped you to be able to utilize and make this year the best year ever. So as usual, don't forget to subscribe for more content, and here is to a much more transformative and fulfilling 2024. I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.